Well, it's been a while. Hey folks, my name is Jen, and yeah, it's been a little while since I sat down to do a video. Mostly because I filmed whatever last video I put up a couple of weeks ago, and also because I've been sick, and I haven't been able to film or anything. So what I mean to say is, if I sound funky at all, if I cough at any point, I'm going to try to edit most of that out if that happens, but I'll apologize for that now. The neighbors have, of course, chosen this time to mow, so fun background noises. Basically, I just wanted to do this video to introduce the books that I'm hoping to read in November. So I have a little bit of a stack here, and yeah, let's just get into those books. So first up are a couple of books that count for my attempts to finish a book that I haven't finished reading previously, like books that I put to the side and haven't come back to yet. The first of which is Beloved by Toni Morrison. Yes, I'm carrying this over into another month because I did not manage to even crack this open in October at all. So, therefore, it is being moved over into November, and hopefully I will finish this then. I am currently on page 45. Also, I would like to continue reading in Hidden History of Vermont for my research project. As you can see, I did not get too far into it. I read a little bit more at the beginning of October and then didn't do any more after that. So yeah, I want to continue reading this for research purposes. And for my classic that I want to tackle this month, we're going to go with The Scarlet Pimpernel by Baroness Orsi. Now, I don't know anything about this book. I've mentioned before that the only thing I know about this book is it has like something to do with, I don't know if it's a vigilante or if it's like some kind of like secret identity or something. All I know about it is that, and that this is one of my friend's like favorite books. I don't know if it's her favorite book of all time or it's one of her favorite books of all time, but yeah, those are basically the only two things that I know about this book, and I'm really okay with not, like, going into this not knowing much about it. And then another book that I would like to get to in November is actually, this is a book that originally I thought maybe I'd save for October, and then I just didn't end up picking it up, but that is The Ghosts of Rose Hill by R.M. Romero. So this is about a young girl named Alana, and she has been sent to Prague to stay with her artist aunt. Her parents have done this in an attempt to stop her from wanting to be a professional violinist in the future. They want to show her the struggle of an artist's life, and so they've sent her to her aunt so she can see what it's like and hope that maybe she'll see how difficult it is and she'll acquiesce to their plans for her successful future, essentially. So she has been sent there to spend time, and while there, she finds an old Jewish cemetery nearby and ends up spending some time there because it's very serene and quiet, and while there she ends up meeting a ghost boy named Benjamin. As the two grow closer, there appears another person who is rather interested in Alana, or more specifically in the music that she plays on her violin, and that is a mysterious man who, there's just more to him than meets the eye, basically. and it might not all be a good thing. So I wanted to continue with the spooky aesthetic. Basically, this sounds like it's going to be really beautiful and kind of spooky, but also like maybe a little haunting in more than one way, perhaps, which is kind of what I'm looking for right now. So, and then I have a couple of books that I actually recently purchased. I know, I know, but such is my existence. I will be doing a book haul at some point. I don't know when. It might be. I might do a book haul later about these. I don't know. My birthday is fairly soon, so maybe I'll wait until after that and I'll share more of like everything. Anyway, I'm planning on picking up two of the books that I've hauled recently. The first of which is The Eyes of the Dragon by Stephen King. I did not know. I've heard of this title before. I assumed, I don't know what I assumed. I assumed it was another of his horror stories. This is a young adult fantasy. So, the pack says, it is a sprawling fantasy of dark magic and the struggle for absolute power that utterly transforms the destinies of two brothers born into royalty. Through this enthralling masterpiece of mythical adventure, intrigue, and terror, readers will thrill to this unforgettable narrative filled with relentless, wicked enchantment and the most terrible of secrets. I'm intrigued. I also really like the beginning art that's in here. Like, I mean, you gotta love dragons. Look at the opening, like, chapter. It's just, I don't know. I am pretty picky about fantasy, but this is by Stephen King, and it involves dragons, and it looks really cool. And I'm kind of getting into that mood of potentially being more interested in fantasy at the moment. Still kind of in a mystery kick right now, but yeah, I'm thinking that this is going to be an interesting read and maybe spooky. We'll see. The last book that I'm hoping to get to in November is a mystery. It is The Hunjin Murders, and this is by Seishi Yokomizo. And this is actually technically classified a Hankaku murder, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it's basically like a puzzle murder. Very popular in Japan. And this is basically, this was Yokomizo's like debut novel, and he's like one of their famous mystery writers. And this is basically, this was the introduction to, like, it says, Japan's most famous detective. So, basically, like, the Poirot of Japan is what this sounds like, maybe, possibly. So, there is, like, this wedding happening. The town of, I think it is Okamura, is really excited about this wedding. It is 1937. It is set in 1937, but at the same time, underneath the excitement, there's a little bit of like nervousness, just because there's this mysterious like masked man that's been going around the village like asking a lot of weird questions. Okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. My brain isn't totally on top of things anymore. Call it like the COVID fog or whatever. So we're just gonna read the back of the book. I know that's really lazy, but they explain it a lot more than my brain can process trying to explain it right now. So, on the night of the wedding, much anticipated wedding, the Nagi, I'm struggle busing. The Nagi household are awoken by a terrible scream followed by the sound of eerie music. Death has come to Okamura, leaving no trace but a bloody samurai sword thrust into the pristine snow outside the house. That's a great visual. there's a movie of this, I hope there's like a close-up of that. Soon, amateur detective Kosuke Kindaichi is on the scene to investigate what will become a legendary murder case, but can this scruffy sleuth solve a seemingly impossible crime? That was really nice alliteration right there. Scruffy sleuth, love it. Basically, this is the first in a series about this amateur detective, and I guess they're really popular in Japan. I've been listening to She Done It podcast recently, and I guess whereas in England and the US, the golden age of mystery kind of like ended by like World War II, or maybe like by the 50s, depending on who you ask, basically. And our mysteries kind of like changed, and sometimes it's more mystery thriller, but basically the setup and things kind of changed a lot because our culture changed a lot. But in Japan, like, their golden age of mystery has never gone out of style. Like, these style of like puzzle mysteries are incredibly popular and still are incredibly popular and sell like loads of copies like all the time. These are finally getting translated into English, which is really exciting. I've never read one of these before, but I've been really wanting to expand my mystery reading from just my typical, which is romantic mysteries, like when Nora Roberts pens something down, it's like there's a romance at the end, but oh my god, maybe they find a serial killer or something, stuff like that, or reading Agatha Christie, or any of these others that I have read, like Raymond Chandler, Dashiell Hammett, P.G. Wodehouse, stuff like that. I want to expand beyond just the couple of authors that I stick to or regularly read, and I'd really like to also expand internationally, out of just American mystery or UK mystery, and expand it out into the rest of the world and see what else there is to be offered out there, as far as mystery goes. I love Japan, and I should have realized that these would be mysteries would be popular there, because certain elements in different anime, or even like certain anime that have been fairly popular. So I should have realized that like mystery novels would be like a huge like business over there too, but I didn't. But I'm really excited to have learned about these recently, and I'm excited to be checking this one out. I think it sounds awesome. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and if I really like this, I'm gonna see what else of Seishin Yokomizo's works have been translated yet, and see if there are any others that have also been translated, because he wasn't the only like classic mystery writer either. There's like a whole bunch of other people, so yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty easy reading month. I only have these few books, but I think that this is a TBR I can actually tackle maybe all the way through. We'll see. Maybe I'll have like a couple of other books that kind of strike my fancy this month too, because it's just a guideline at this point, really. I don't follow TBRs at all. Anyways, I hope that you guys had a great reading month and a great month overall. I hope that you are enjoying November so far. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you would enjoy subscribing, please do so. I am feeling better for the most part, so I should hopefully be back on track for making videos and releasing them and all of that jazz. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for bearing with me, and yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll see you in the next video.